afternoon, madam.
Dr. S. Veeramani sir is a professor in Department of English, the Government College of Kulithalai, Tamil Nadu. He is an illustrious alumnus of St. Joseph College, Trichy. In 2006, he started his career as Assistant Professor of English at St. Joseph College and later moved to Arinyar Anna Government Arts College, Namakkal. In 2017, he has been working at Government Arts College, Kulithalai, where he was also a member coordinator of IQAC, NIRF, and soft skills. He has published multitude articles in various international and national journals. And to his credit, he has published The Rudiments of English Communication, இலக்கிய கோட்பாடுகள், literary theories in Tamil, which shows his expertise in both English and Tamil. He has been a zestful resource person for almost 50 events organized by various institutions across the state, inclusive of 11 webinars during the COVID lockdown. He has conducted 3 online quizzes on annihilation of COVID-19, Literary Theory 1 and Literary Theory 2. He is one of the most desirable speakers. He acts as a reviewer, editor, member in professional bodies like International Association of Scientific Innovation and Research, America, the Literary Herald, ICLALS, IJARS. He is proud recipient of Kanavu Nayagan Abdul Kalam Award, Sangha Tamilar Award, the Best Faculty Award, the Best Research Paper Publisher. He is Board of Studies member in Government Arts College for Women, Pudukkottai, and special expert on outcome-based education. He was a mentor coordinator for students. Thank you, sir, for accepting our invitation.
Thank you, madam.
Now the session is over to you, sir.
Okay, thank you. Thank you very much. Good afternoon to one and all. First of all, I have to, is my voice audible to you, the participants, or anybody else can respond to me?
Yes, sir, it is all.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, definitely. First of all, I have to thank the management of Vellamal Institute of Technology. And I have to thank head of the Department of Computer Science and the Department of Artificial Intelligence. And my special thanks to Dr. Gladys, who has contacted me and had gave this opportunity to meet virtually to have disseminated my some knowledge about the classroom management and so on. So I have to thank Kavinidhi at the last moment, Professor Kavinidhi. At the last moment, she helped me to prepare some technical issues to clear out the technical issues and so on. So I have to thank each and every one, those who have participated here virtually to have some knowledge about the classroom management and so on. I would like to present my screen first of all, and then we can discuss a lot. Yes, is my screen visible to you? Is
yes,
my,
sir, it is visible.
Yeah, it's visible. It's visible. Here, what I tell you is, this is a classroom management as an essential teaching technique and essential teaching qualities of a professor. Not only the professor, a professor of various institutions, but also the school teachers also must have the skills and ability to manage the classroom. So that's very essential part of our teaching and learning process of today, and this is the need of the hour. Okay, in this case, actually the presentation has some objectives. The objectives are, why do you manage the class first of all. Actually, before taking a plunge into the classroom management, it's my duty to tell you um, two things which are very, very important for people, the professors, those who are indulging themselves in engineering colleges and polytechnic colleges and technical institutions like that. So what we need is inquiry-based learning and problem-based learning. These two are very, very important of today's scenario. Inquiry-based learning, we have to ask the students to inquire and then let them learn themselves. So this is inquiry-based learning, and then it is a project or a problem-based learning. You just throw some problems to the students, and you have to ask the learners to get the solutions to the problem. So this is also a part of classroom management, first of all. So if I want to talk about all these two important aspects, that is inquiry-based learning and problem-based learning, it will take yet another podcast to yeah, I'm very sorry that I lost my internet connection. Again, I rejoined, so I'm very, very sorry for that. Okay, is my voice audible right now? Everything is okay?
Yes, it is okay. It is
Okay,
audible
okay,
and visible.
okay, dear participants. Actually, this is the classroom management is an essential teaching skills. We professors have much more knowledge about the subject. We know that you would have secured first rank or else award. You may be an awardee. What would I say? You are an eminent scholar and everything. But sometimes the professors are finding very difficult to manage the classroom because the reason is the students are from various segments, various communities, various segments, various communities, various parts, and diversity of students we have. So that's why we find it very difficult to manage the students, as well as the students are at their teen, and then they are very young and energetic. Okay. So what they think is that is right. So that's the thing. That is why we are unable to manage the classroom. So classroom management is a kind of art, first of all. So actually, what do we do is the student-friendly approach must be there in the classroom. You should not you should not be like dictatorship. Okay, inside the classroom, some professors I could find that they are dictatorship. They say they want to dictate, and then they want to say something about the subject. They ask the students to take the notes, and then they go away without having any knowledge. Okay, so that's why I told you earlier, that is the inquiry based learning and also the problem based learning, that is an essential, that two things, two factors are essential in the classroom management, first of all. So it may come under the pedagogy process. We have to make the learning process easy and practical one. Okay, easy and practical one in the sense we people actually the students, they come to us only for getting knowledge. They wanted to get knowledge, they wanted to learn more things from the teacher. That's why today's scenario, you say that sometimes, I mean, I do not know whether you have read that book published by UGC, that is the quality mandate in higher educations in India. In that book, what they say is, um, the students are the stakeholders, and the professors and the teachers are only the facilitators, not that simply the dictators. Okay, what I tell you is democratic learning should be there inside the classroom. It is not that the a kind of dictatorship inside the classroom, but only the democratic learning. Democratic learning in the sense the students can learn themselves. I mean, peer learning, and the professors can be the facilitator of the knowledge. I mean, the knowledge from what they have got, what they have experienced, and what they have read from the books, and it has to be carried from the one place to the minds of the students. It is not that students' minds are the storage. It's not that a go down. Okay, it is the place where we can stimulate the students think in their own way. Okay, that's why it is a kind of a process of easy learning and practical learning. These two are the objectives. The third objective will be the active teaching and active learning. Active teaching and active learning, it is I mean, some of the colleges, they lack active learning. Some of the colleges, they lack active teaching. Okay, the students may be very much interested in learning from the professors, but the professors are not able to let out their knowledge because they are not updated. I'll tell you that nearly about 80% of engineering college students are unemployable today. Nearly about 80% of students of engineering colleges, they are unemployable. Why? What is the reason for that? There are two reasons. The one is the syllabus is not updated. First of all, the syllabus, no, it is not updated, and the professors they are not able to enrich their knowledge. These two things are very uh, important to concentrate to what should I say? We have to develop those two things. Okay, so that's the point. You just understand because we are yes, especially this FDP program is meant for engineering college professors. Okay, so that's why I tell you, I'm not telling all these things from my own, but I have studied from that book, no, that is a quality mandate. It is published by UGC. Okay, 2 months ago only it was published. It runs about 277 pages. Okay, yes, my dear friends, what I tell you is active teaching and active learning. And then to maintain student and teachers commitment. The commitment in the sense, once you are committed, you have to stick on to that. Okay, stick on to that in the sense, if the students are requested to submit the assignment on the particular day or in time, you have to stick on to that. The students must be trained in that way. So it is also one of the factors of managing the classroom. Okay, it is not that simply classroom management. It is a kind of a multiple perspectives. We find factors from multiple sources, multiple perspectives, and so on. But what I tell you is only a few things which are common. We face these problems commonly among us in the sense professors. Okay, that's why I'm telling that. And then definition. What is the definition of this one? That is classroom management. It is to optimize student learning. Optimize student learning. That means we should not talk more. We have to talk less inside the classroom. Okay, we need to give some sort of points to discuss. We need to give some sort of points and some sort of ideas to discuss. That's all. But the students must take the lion's share. They have to learn themselves, and then positive impact we have to give. Even they have committed a few things wrong. We do not say that what you said is direct utterance must be avoided. This is my own experience. I tell you that the direct utterance of the discouragement definitely will collapse the students' learning process. That's why we need to give only the positive impact about the students' performance and so on, and then facilitates the academic and social emotional learning. Social emotional learning, it is a very broad and cultural aspects. It deals with the socio-economic condition also. So that's why I tell you that the students may come from various areas and diversity of places. And inside the classroom, Tamil medium students will be there, and English medium students will be there, and even the students of the category of bright students, no, they may sit inside the classroom. So accordingly we need to teach the common measurement. We have to teach the common measurement to make the learning process easily, and then it involves clear communication and behavioral changes. What I tell you is behavioral changes, it is very important. Many professors, they simply get the outburst of their emotion, and then what they do is they are short tempered sometimes. It is quite normal. It's quite normal among the students and among the professors, among human beings. But inside the classroom, we have to manage the our EQ level, EQ level, that is emotional quotient. In the emotional quotient, if we maintain, automatically the students' behavior is changed in a prosperous way. Okay, and then the key features and qualities of a conducive classroom environment. The environment is very, very important. I'll tell you. Okay, you know that it's a very common. It's a very common factor. Environment must be very conducive. It has to be a good ambience to learn things more and more. Actually, as I told you earlier, that is the teacher should not be a dictatorship. I mean, the teacher can be a leader. It can be a leader in the sense the leader must be very, very playing down to the earth. Okay, they must play down to the earth. They come to the level of the students. Then they have to teach well and good, and then increase the student learning and decreases discipline problems. The here it's very important. I'll tell you many professors, when they go to the class, they simply talks about the college's disciplinary action. You should not do that. You should not go there. You should behave like this inside the classroom. If you want to ask any question out of the classroom, you can ask. Inside the classroom, you should not ask anything else. And the department says like that. The HOD says like that. And then the principal says like that. The vice principal instructs the students to behave in that way. Like that, we people, I mean, we professors, they go to the classroom instead of teaching the subjects, instead of giving the inputs among the young minds, we talk about only the disciplinary problems, disciplinary issues, disciplinary instructions. Every day, I could remember a professor. Okay, I could remember a professor. What he does is he comes to the class, only he talks about the college's responsibilities, the college's instructions, the department's instructions. With that, the classroom is over, the class is over, the bell is rung, that's all, he goes away. So if you do like that, the students will not respect you. I'll tell you. The students will not respect you, will never respect you. And for knowing the department's rules and regulations, for knowing the college's regulations and the classroom regulations, classroom within the classroom, we can frame a kind of rules and regulations. It is up to you. It is the discretionary of a teacher. Okay, so everything must be pasted on the notice board. The students can go to the notice board and they can learn, they can know. Then if they have any problems, if they have any misunderstanding about the instructions, they can come and get clarified from you. So that is the point. But you need not to talk about the disciplinary instructions entire period or entire hour. So if you do like that, you fail to manage the classroom. Okay, you will fail manage the classroom. And then learning process must be in a line share, and then concentration, autonomy and responsibilities. Autonomy should be given to the students. Some professors are there. If the students ask question, they will not respond to the question of the student properly, and then they say that this is none of your business. It is very not right. It is not relevant question. Students will ask only the irrelevant questions. They will ask relevant questions. They will ask any kind of questions. Okay, so it is your duty to channelize how the students ask and how the students can learn through your answers. Okay, there are various kinds of students. They know the answer. They will ask you. They do not know the answer definitely and really, but they will ask you. So there are different kinds of students. Some students are there to test the professor's knowledge. So you should not think that this particular student is testing our knowledge. This particular person is measuring the professor's knowledge. You should not think anything. That is what I tell you, that it is a biased answering. You should not answer the students biased. What is the question from the students? Just you respond to the question, that's all. It is totally objective. When you do the objective, definitely the students will respect you. When automatically when you enter the classroom is eagerly waiting for your words, what you are going to tell, what you are going to speak, what you are going to utter, what you are going to say, something new, because you are able to answer the questions of the students of various kinds. Don't say that this is not the relevant question. This is the relevant question. So I tell you, wherever the irrelevant questions are arising, there is a thinking pattern happening. That's a ultimate aim behind that. Ultimate factor behind that. If the students are asking irrelevant question, you need not worry about it. Just answer the question. Only then they will respect you. Okay. You may have that contradictory idea, sir. If the students are asking something irrelevant, how can I answer? Accordingly, you have to prepare. Accordingly, you have to prepare. Say for example, inside the classroom, sir, how to make a sambar. That is totally irrelevant. You know that academically irrelevant and academically relevant. You know the difference. Okay, so according to that, you can answer the questions. And then efficacy and the self-regulation. And a very important thing is interpersonal skills. Interpersonal skills in the sense, uh, still I could remember some of the professors, they are not wishing the students if they wish. Okay, students definitely wish, sir, good morning, sir, good afternoon, sir, good evening, sir. But the professors will not wish. They say that inside the classroom, only you have to wish. Out of the classroom, you are different, I am different. I do not know you and you do not know me. This kind of attitude is some professors, they have that. If you have that kind of attitude, definitely inside the classroom, when you enter, there will be a commotion. There will be a commotion. They will think about the yourself that why this person is behaving like this and something like that. So interpersonal skills are very important. If the students are asking any question, if the students are willing to share something inside the classroom, let them do. Okay, let them do. That is very important point. I tell you that. And the flexibility is very important. Some professors, I tell you that really, I'm very what should I say? Feel very pathetic and tragic. Professors are very strict. Why do you be very strict? What are you going to learn, and what are you going to earn? What are you going to impose among the young minds while you are being very strict? Okay, nothing can be done. The learning process is a kind of a flexibility. In the flexibility only, now we have that blended learning. Okay, okay. Now we have a blended learning because the flexibility to improve the flexibility. So flexibility is also one of the factors in managing the classroom. Okay, so we need to have that thing also. And then this is the balanced life. Okay, and behavior management as a part of classroom management. Behavioral modification. I tell you, if a person behaves in a different way, it is not that the behavior that comes from the innate quality of the student. Okay, it is the response to the external stimuli. It is the response to the external stimuli in the sense, the environment, the classroom environment, the college environment, the departmental environment. So accordingly, the environment in the sense, not that four walls, not the four walls, the trees and what should I say, other things which are used for decorating the department and something like that. The environment in the self, a professor's utterance is also a kind of environment. A environment is kind of the welcoming the students to the department is also kind of a good ambience and environment. Accordingly, the students' behavior is entirely changed, entirely changed. So that's why I tell you that here, Peters and Waterman in 1982, they have introduced this uh, uh, type of methodology, that is, you find that management by walking around. In the organizational, actually it is the organizational philosophy. So I tell you, philosophy cannot be parted from our life. Okay, from the philosophy only we have all the development of a science, starting from spa in the sense Socrates, Plato, and Aristotle. We can have it in a short form, that is a spa. Okay, so because of the philosophical ideas and philosophical concepts only, we come to enjoy and experience the scientific development. This is the Peters and Waterman in 1982. What they said is management by walking around. By walking around in the sense, still some professors, they stand in front of the students on the podium. Okay, on the podium they stand. They will not move around. Okay, they will not move around. They will not go around the places inside the classroom. Just they stand on the podium, and then they say, this is what I'm going to tell you, and that is what I'm going to tell you. Artificial intelligence is there, and then now we have a transhumanism and humanism and post-humanism, and then now we have a cyborg and cyborg management and cyberpunkism, and we have cobots, no, collaboration of a human being with robots. All these things, just they stand and they delivers their lectures. Okay, so that is really the old pattern of teaching, old pattern of management. Okay, so what I tell you is, please walk around wherever the place is there. Wherever the place is there inside the classroom, we have to walk around the places, and then we need to, when you go to the students place, they will be alert. They will be alert. They will automatically come to know that what you are telling. So it is a kind of a micro management of a classroom. Okay, micromanagement of the classroom. This is, you need not to say that don't speak. If a professor goes to the classroom, I'll tell you, if he says don't speak, don't murmur anything, don't get from your friends, don't say anything to your friends, please listen to me, and you please take the notes. If you say all these kinds of instructional factors and instructional ideas, definitely they will not acknowledge that you are a very good professor. I'll tell you that. The real professor, the real teacher, when he enters the classroom, automatically the students must be waiting for your utterance. It is because of the efforts you have done earlier for several days. Don't say that don't speak, don't. The students must, you have to ask the students to speak inside the classroom. You have to ask the students, discuss a concept, discuss an idea, okay, discuss anything. Inside the classroom, we have to ask, we have to give the problem on the green board, or else on the blackboard, or else you can give the PowerPoint presentation, and you have to ask the students, think and think and think and more and more and more. Whatever they say, just say very good, very good, very good, very good. Automatically, the next day, the students will be waiting for your class only. This is a kind of micromanagement of the classroom management. Okay, this is the ideology, that is MBWA. It is taken from In Search of Excellence. There is a book called In Search of Excellence. And what we find that Hewlett Packard, okay, Hewlett Packard, you know that HP, that HP laptop and pen drive, everything, that since you are all the professors of science and technology, that this person, he did only this MBWA method. MBWA method, in the sense, in the organizational behavior, they cooperate with the executives. They cooperate. We need to cooperate the students first of all. Students should not cooperate with you. You should not expect that students must cooperate with your knowledge. Some students are knowing more than the professors know. more than the professors they have experienced. Okay. So in that case, you should not say that, you should not ask the students to cooperate with me, cooperate with me. We need to cooperate with the students because of the diversity of the students. Okay. So you, whatever I tell you that, I am not instructing you. You are all experienced professors. You are all erudite scholars and everything. You know that. Just I am retelling. Just I am the what should I say? Reminding you. Okay, just reminding you that these are all the things are there inside the classroom. So you please just adjust and follow it. This is what I tell you that. Okay, and then behaviorism is a naturalistic. Sometimes the behaviorism is a manipulative. Behaviorism is a manipulative in the sense, actually behavior is our I mean even your behavior may be okay, any individual's behavior, any human being's behavior is modified by two factors. The number one is the genetic factor. Okay. Number two is the manipulative factor. The genetic factor that comes under naturalistic. So we can never change that genetic factor. It's very difficult. Unless otherwise you are administering the psychiatric medicine only, you can change the genetic factor. But what about the behaviorism is a manipulative? Behaviorism is a manipulative in the sense we can change the behavior of the students. It is because of the classroom attitude and the professor's attitude towards a person. Towards a person. Actually, what I tell you is, whenever you see the students, on the corridor, or else on the in the department or in the classroom, in the campus itself, you give them energetic talk, the pep talk. You just give them. You just give the exclamatory statement. Yeah, very good, excellent. That's all. You need not to utter anything else. The students will be very, very happy. They are very happy and they will respect you, and whatever you do, the students will cooperate with you. Now the students will cooperate with you. So this is the idea. My own experience, what I have to tell you is, then the American psychologist B.F. Skinner, what he says is behavioral analysis model. Okay, behavior analysis model. Human beings have no will. They simply respond to the environmental stimuli. As I told you earlier, actually the students will respond to the environmental stimuli, and that's why I told you environmental stimuli in the sense it is not only uh, the thing that is the trees and the plants and the buildings and so on. Environmental in the sense whatever even the professor's dress code is also a kind of environmental stimuli. Okay, so that's why each and everything is calculated, and each and everything is taken into the account for managing the classroom. So this is the primary duty of the professor. Classroom management is the primary duty. After that only they will learn, they become a scientist, the students become creators, they become a very advisor, the great person, the great personality, like that. But the students are molded within the classroom. Okay, just you give an inch to the students will make a road out of it. This is the point. This is the point I tell you. And then the Skinner believed what he believed. Individuals do not learn anything alone, but consequences, one's action and determine their behaviors. So they will not learn anything alone. That's the point. They will not learn anything alone, but they will associate themselves, their knowledge, their attitude, their point of view with the environmental stimuli. Okay. Say, for example, Newton says, and Newton, he discovered that this is the gravitational force. Gravitational force. He thought that why didn't it go up? He thought like that. When the fruit of an apple, no, the fruit of apple falls down. He just simply take the apple and then he did not eat. But he thought that why didn't go it up? So that's the thing, because that apple and apple tree, and this man is the environmental stimuli is the apple tree. Okay, the person is individual is Newton. So now we have the gravitational force and graviton. Graviton is the quantum of gravitational force today. Today, graviton is the quantum of gravitational force, and you find that this kind of a miniature attitude is developed only because of the environmental stimuli and how he responds to the environmental stimuli. Like that, my dear professors, how you are making the environmental stimuli inside the classroom, according to that, the students will develop themselves. So inside the classroom, what you do is very, very essential. It is accountable. It is accountable. It is you should not think that whatever you do, the students will forget. They will never forget whatever you do inside the classroom. Still, some students, when I was working in St. Joseph's College, Trichurapalli, and I did some jokes and I did some mistakes inside the classroom. Okay, still they used to contact me and then they used to discuss the mistakes I committed, the points I discussed inside the classroom, and I encourage the students. How I encourage the students? A boy, he did not know anything about English language, and then he studied in only in a Tamil medium, and he came to the Department of English, and he did his BA in English language, and I was taking the class, and then the component that is this one giving the seminar is one of the components. He came to that particular boy came to the podium and he started speaking, good morning, professor, good morning, students. Now I am going to talk about, he gave that kind of energetic way of delivering his seminar, and a few things he said, that's all. After that, he was unable to speak. But what I told him, no, very good, excellent, because of your the courage. What he said, no, sir, whether I get the degree or not, sir, but your encouragement is enough for me, sir. Now he is a government professor. Now he is a government professor. He is working in a government college. What I tell you is, the way you utter the words to the students, the way you utter the students, no, that is also very considerable and the taken into the account to manage the classroom. Manage the classroom in the sense you should not take the very long stick or a long can and you have to rear the cats, not like that. Rear the cats and rear the buffaloes, not like that. Students, inside the classroom, if we find 50 students, 50 difference of opinions will be there, or else 500 differences of opinions will be there inside the classroom. You are the facilitator. The professor is a facilitator to facilitate that difference of opinion into the constructive idea, constructive concept. Okay, so that is the environment. That is a kind of a classroom management. Classroom, some people think that classroom management is a kind of going to the classroom and you should not speak, and you have to take down, you should not say anything else. Just you start doing your business, automatically the students will take the notes of your class. If you give the points which are very, very new to them and valid and relevant to the present scenario and present day life. That's why I tell you that the syllabus must be revised, updated, and professor must revise and update themselves. Say for example, that book, no, I told you, no, that book, it is a quality mandate from UGC's book. If you find time, no, to read that book, please, I request to read that particular book. Okay, I have given that one webinar on that particular topic also. It is available on the YouTube. If you want to know, you can browse through and you learn. What they say is, no, only the facilitator, the students should be, sorry, the professor should be the facilitator. That's all. We need to inculcate the students concepts, what they have got. Okay, what they have got, please take out and dig out from the student's mind. Okay, so behavioral modification is something somewhat difficult also for the professor. You may ask, sir, how is it possible, sir? We have so many works in the department. We have to maintain the record of the students. We have to conduct the first internal, second internal, and components, and first component, second component, and semester, and this and that, and all that, and other departmental works, and college works, and so on. Everything, yeah, everything will be there. All the things will be there. But we are helping the students. It is our primary duty. Our primary duty is to inculcate the students, the knowledge in the minds of the students. So that is the point. So whatever the assignments and the works are there, but inside the classroom, you can do well, no? Inside the classroom, what I mean is, out of the classroom, you have so many business. You have so many works. Okay, I accept it. In the private institutions, some so what should I say? Some hard work will be there. Okay, I accept it. But inside the classroom, as much as possible, you can make justice. No, as much as possible, you can make the justice. But many do not. What should I say? Okay, anyway, it is up to the professors. And also it is individuals. That's why I told you that it is they do not learn individually, but they learn from the external stimuli. So the external stimuli, you have to deliberately provide the students, and to teach and to discipline or arrange the consequences. That's why I told you, know, they're teaching the disciplines. Why do you teach the disciplines inside the classroom? After the classroom, if a student is not behaving well, you ask them, praise loudly, blame softly. There is an adage called praise loudly, blame softly. You praise the students in front of all his students, fellow students, okay, classmates. If the student is not behaving well, you just call them call the particular student to the department, and then you just give some sort of correctional behavior, and this is what you have to do, that is what you have to do. Not inside the classroom. If you say that inside the classroom, definitely it will affect the psychology of that particular person in front of his fellow friends. Okay, so it is also a kind of a classroom management. Some professors, they do not know how to manage the students' misbehavior inside the classroom. You just what should I say? Recognize. Okay, you recognize. You just find out the person. This particular boy is not behaving well. Okay, just you go ahead with your teaching. Then you call the students and you can give the solutions, but not inside the classroom. It will affect the students' psychology. Okay, so it's a kind of teaching method. I mean, that is a classroom management method. That's why I tell you that some of the professors, they say that only the discipline inside the classroom. They do not do anything more than that disciplinary teaching. Okay, so please, we can avoid and we can give a lion share to the teaching and uh, in I mean, getting the ideas from the students. Actually, we have to plan well to teach the students to manage the classroom. We have to plan well and maintaining discipline as a basic skills. That maintaining discipline is a basic skill. Okay, you may ask this question, sir. Discipline. You said that discipline is uh, we should not teach the discipline inside the classroom, but you say that the discipline as a basic skill. Okay, it is there. Discipline is also there, but the problem is not among the students. Okay, not among the students, but we need to regulate the students' behavior. That's the point. And an obedience based developed by Lee and Marlene Cantor. What the teacher controls in the class, called the take control approach to the teaching. But assertive discipline, here you find that assertive discipline, that is a take control, the obedience based development. Obedience. Some professors, they said, whatever I do, you just obey me. Whatever I speak, you just obey me. Like that, they say that. The students are not coming to the classroom to obey the professors. They learn, they come to learn something. Okay, they come to learn more things. So this assertive discipline can be reduced, and then we can establish certain rules, and then rules can be pasted on the notice board. Okay, on the notice board. And even if you want to explain the disciplines and the rules and regulations, uh, in a few minutes you can do that inside the classroom. If you want to say, in a few minutes you can say that. After that, you can start doing your business called teaching and inculcating the knowledge and digging out the students' knowledge and ideas and so on. Yes, the next one is, we find that the limits of acceptable and unacceptable students' behavior. Yeah, that's why I told you. The limits, no, there are certain limits. Certain behavior can be accepted, certain behavior cannot be accepted inside the classroom. That's why I tell you that you find out the person, ask to the department, and then you have to give a corrective solutions. That's why I tell you, praise loudly, blame softly. Okay, and then set clear behavioral limits, provide consequences, and then reward appropriate behavior. Inside the classroom, if a student behaves well, you just reward. We just reward you. Rewarding in the sense, you not to give what should I say, a trophy, okay, a trophy or any gift or something like that. Just give words, a kind words and encouraging words. Okay, inside, in front of all the students, if you encourage the student, a particular student, the others, they want to learn, get that encouraging words from you. So they think like that. That's the point. And then another, the second discipline is called a cooperative discipline. The cooperative discipline, the scholar Linda Albert said that not control, but permissible approach. That's why I told controlling. Some professors, they are controlling. I told you, I tell you that. Don't control the students, first of all, inside the classroom. Permissible approach we can give. This is the point, that is the point, and permissible approach. Say, for example, sir, how can I explain all these departmental regulations and the rules and the colleges and everything? Just type it. Just type it and give or send it to the WhatsApp. Now we have a very great development of technology. You just type it and say, or else write and scan it. Okay, then send to all the students. So you can manage the technology also here to maintain the classroom. Okay, so don't say and don't utter the words inside the classroom manually. Okay, yes, the three C's of a cooperative discipline. There are three C's of a cooperative discipline. The number one is capability. Capability, we have that mistakes. Okay, if they commit mistakes, just okay. Encourage focus the past success. The students, if they commit mistakes, if they go wrong, they may be disappointed. Definitely, they may be disappointed and they are discouraged and they will not go further. They will not go further and further. So that's the psychology of a student. But you just say that the past success, 2 days ago or 1 week ago or 1 month ago, he would have succeeded in a competition or in the same assignment and something like that. You just encourage with the past success. The students will think that, yes, we did it last week. We succeeded in the last 2 days. I mean, over the last 2 days or 5 days ago or 1 week ago, we did it. But now we can do that. It is only the mistake. They think like that. Then build confidence. Confidence building is it is a kind of art also. Confidence building. You know that. Every professor must build the confidence in the minds of the students. And tangible and recognize achievement. Tangible in the sense the recognize. I mean, the achievement must be seen. Okay, the achievement must be seen to all the students. Only then it is a kind of a recognize. And then second point is actually number one is again there, but actually it is a typological error, that is connect. Connect in the sense making good relationship with each other. With each other in the sense you have the good relationship with the students, the good relationship. So that connectivity must be there. Okay, and then acceptance. The 5 A's, we have that under this connect. Okay, not under this capability, but under connect, we have 5 A's. What are the 5 A's? A, that is acceptance, regardless of a culture ability, regardless of a culture, and ability, we have to accept. Say, for example, some students are from city based, some students are from rural based, some students are from metropolitan cities, some students are from a very, very rural background. They are feeling shy of speaking with the person, speaking with his own classmate. Okay, whenever they enter the college, they feel some kind of a fear in themselves. So regardless of culture and ability, you accept the behavior of the students first of all, because they are students. Okay, that's why I tell you that the education is student-centric, not that professor-centric. Okay, education is not that syllabus-centric, it is the outcome-based centric. Okay, education, the real education is only the outcome-based centric. What is the outcome of the student? And how do you take the measures and steps to have the good outcome from the students, the ability? That's your responsibility. That's your responsibility. So that's why I tell you that it is the acceptance. Acceptance is very, very important. And then attention. Attention is the greeting students by their names. Many professors, they do not know the names of the students, first of all. They do not. You need not, at the same time, I tell you that the whether the student is belonging to the first year or the second year or the third year or fourth year, they do not know. Just they say that, oh yes, this person is in our college. He studies in our college. Okay. So like that, you just greet the students. Hi Ram, good morning. Hello Ganesh, good morning. How are you? Just say by their names. They think that, yes, professor is knowing our name. Inside the classroom, you call the students by their names. You can manage the class. Beautifully, you can manage the class. And you celebrate the birthday inside, in the canteen, okay, with the students. It is a kind of a conglomeration. It's a conglomeration. It is a facility. You can have a good rapport with the students like that. The appreciation, that for everything you have to appreciate. You need not to get the money, okay? You are not going to give money, but just appreciate the students. Affirmation, the D is affirmation is positive statement about the students hardworking and dedicated, which is affirm, and then you have to acknowledge the students' positive attitude and positive statement and hardworking statements in front of all the students. Only then the other students will get inspired by the students' behavior. Okay, this is also the micro level of managing the classroom. Okay, you should not say that, what should I say, encourage the students is also, does it come under management of a classroom, sir? You may ask this kind of a question, but I tell you, this is a micro level of managing the classroom. When you say good points and good opinions and appreciating the hard works of the students, automatically the other students will think of the student's achievement. What did he do? And what did he achieve? And why can't we? They think like that. Then affection, closeness and kindness. Closeness and kindness in the sense, sympathy and empathy. Here we find that sympathy and empathy must be there. Okay. Closeness and kindness. Closeness in the sense there should be a limit. Okay. There should be a limit. And kindness, you can have it with the two factors called empathy and sympathy. Okay. These two are very important. It is for every human being, sympathy and empathy must be there. Inside the classroom, if you feel sympathy of a person or empathy on the person, he will give respect to you, and he will listen to you whatever you tell. It's a kind of a classroom management. Then contribute, improve the classroom environment. Okay, the students you can contribute something to the classroom, and you make the classroom a good ambience of learning postures and so on. And then Draker's democratic discipline. Number third is Draker's democratic discipline. Yeah, what does it say? Draker's democratic discipline is the educator, the president. The educator is equivalent to president, and the students are the citizens inside the classroom. Okay, the president, how the president will be there? The president should do the right things and welfare. Okay, the good qualities and good things, the good plans, the right plans in the right time, and then it's like a country. It's like a country, the president and the citizens. So the teacher is the president and the students are citizens. So you have to plan accordingly. Some professors are there. They will not prepare well. They will know the topic. That's all. They will go and speak irrelevant of the topic. The students are very well informed than the professors. In this 21st century, I'll tell you that because of the growth and development of science and technology, the students are very much aware of their subjects with the practical knowledge. With the practical knowledge, I'll tell you that, not that theoretical knowledge, but with the practical knowledge, they are there. If you go on and speak something irrelevant by having the topic, the students will not respect you. They will make noise. They will praise you in front of all the students. They will praise you. They will praise you in the sense you are not deserving for the prize, but they praise you like anything else because they want to while away the time. They want to while away the time. They think that you are a buffoon. So that is why I tell you, plan and you have some notes. When you have something in your hands, the students will concentrate on you. When you have something, at least a bit of paper written by you or typed, they will concentrate on you. Some professors, they do not know that kind of a methodology, and then they wanted to while away their time inside the classroom. Okay, the time is also matter. The time is also matter for the students as well as the professor. Okay, and then my dear friends, freedom to the students. Okay, yes, they think like that. What I tell you, my dear friends, please give the freedom to the students. Freedom to the students. The justice, the right of justice inside the classroom. So some professors, some professors say that, what should I say? Uh, uh, justice in the sense, uh, the student from the metropolitan city and another student from rural background. They give only the goodness to the metropolitan city students because they know how to manage and how to move with the professors. They know how to speak with the professors. They know how to what should I say, have a collaborate with and have a good rapport with the professors. But the other students from a rural background, they do not know how to collaborate and have a rapport with the students. So if the student from metropolitan city commits any mistake, some professors will not consider that. They will just ignore. But if a student from rural background, if he commits mistakes, it will be like a very big issue the professors are making. So this kind of a justice must be, uh, what should I say, democratic. Justice must be democratic. Justice must be democratic. Okay, so that's the point. So if you do not give the proper justification among the students, the diversity of the students, the other students definitely will think ill of you. Ill of you in the sense they will disturb like anything in the inside the classroom. So you do not know why the students are making noise, why the students are making ill of us, and why, what is the reason behind that? You do not know, but they know why they are making ill of you and making disturbances inside the classroom. In order to avoid that problem, what you do is justice must be there. Okay, justice must be there. Justice in the sense now we have that in various ways, that is a social justice and democratic justice and classroom justice and everything we have that. Then equality, the equality in the sense the right to equality in this classroom. Actually, these are all freedom, justice, and equality. These are also under the constitution of our India. Okay, so the same can be applied even in this classroom management also. The equality should be there. If a student comes with the proper and neat dressed, some professors are giving importance to that boy. If the students are not able to dress properly and they are not able to maintain that decency and so on, but the professors are just discard them. That is not the right way. That is not our duty, first of all. Our duty in the sense, to shape the students, not to shake the students, but to shape the students' community, because we are in OBE, outcome based education. So that means student centric, not that professors centric. Okay. Then the big five personality for quality teachers in the classroom management. Actually, extraversion in the sense fulfillment from sources outside tend to be very, very qualities. And what I tell you is extraversion in the sense uh, professors must have the sources from outside, and then they will uh, go with the students. They are one with the students. They must speak with the students. How you speak with the student from metropolitan, the same can be applied to the student from a rural background, because rural background students are also paying the same fee. The metropolitan city and the city students are also paying the same fee. So we should not give the disparity between the students community, and we should not differentiate the students community. So psychologically the students will be affected. Okay. And the quality of extraversion, the teacher who is an extrovert, okay, it is a psychology. Again, it is psychology. Teaching is a kind of a psychology, I'll tell you that. Okay, that's why we have educational psychology. There is a field called educational psychology and students psychology. And what should I say? Still, we have some more psychological factors related to the higher education and so on. So the quality of extraversion will be sociable. Okay, sociable, outgoing, talkative, assertive, and gregarious. So he speaks with the students. Hi, how are you? And how is your father? And what are you doing? And how you are doing your education? Well and good. Is it right? So please contact me whenever you have doubt. You come to the department. That kind of democratic and extrovert concept you should have. Okay. So when you do all these things, automatically you need not to say anything about the rules and regulations and disciplinary things inside the classroom. Okay. And then agreeableness in the sense you have that adjust their behavior to suit others, polite way. Okay. Agreeableness it's very, very important, because the students will be like that. I'll tell you, the students, there are many here in this participation. Nearly about 49 participants are here. All the 49 professors and 49 or 50 professors, they are very much talented. They are very experienced. Okay. But even though they have, but the thing is, agreeableness is very important. Okay, agreeableness and their behavior, the changes of their behavior. If they are agreeableness, what are the qualities of that particular professor? Okay, if a professor is agreeable, and what are the qualities will be there? They are cooperative, they are warm, caring, they are good nature, courteous. Okay, cooperative. It's very, very important. Cooperation. Then conscientiousness, that is honest and hardworking. The honest and hardworking in the sense a professor must show the hardworking and honest inside the classroom. If they go to the classroom in the proper time, at the proper time, and then if they maintain the time management inside the classroom, the students will respect you, and the management is very, very easy. You need not to say, don't speak inside the classroom. I'm going to teach today the quantum mechanics. Okay, I'm going to teach today the quantum mechanics. Don't say like that. If you know, and if you are honest, and if you are hardworking, and if you show that you have worked hard, automatically any kind of student will listen to you. That is the student's psychology. Student's psychology is They will keenly watch you. They will keenly watch you. What kind of a person this particular professor is. What kind of a behavior the particular professor has. How does he behave inside the classroom? How does he behave with the girl students? How does he behave with the boy students? How does he behave with the rural students? All these things will be watched by the students. Don't underestimate the students. Each and everything about us, the students will know. More than the principal more than the principal knows about us, the students will know about us. Because they are very, very watching keenly about our attitude. That's why I tell you that hard working just show that you have worked hard for teaching the subject, teaching the idea, today's idea. That kind of thing you must say that. And dependable. The professor should be dependable in the sense, if a professor is not able to know a concept, you get the idea from your peer professor, peer fellow colleagues. Some professors still they think that I also have completed a PhD. I have also completed a ME. Why should I go and ask the particular professor? That kind of thing will not work out. I'll tell you. If you do not know, you can ask anything else. Say for example, still, uh, say for example, for some plagiarism, checking, and so on. And I asked my student, and what are the softwares available, and what are the other softwares available, and what are the alternative softwares for checking the plagiarism, this and that, and all that. I will ask my students because the student is very much aware of technology today rather than the professors. I ask my student, I learn from student many things. I'll tell you that I learned many things from my student. Openly I admit and I acknowledge that I learned from my students more things. But the people, some professors will not acknowledge, and some professors will not say that I have learned from students, and why should I go and speak with the student? Not like that. Today everything is changed in the 21st century. The technology has changed totally. The total ambience of teaching is changed. That's why we have a blended learning, isn't it? Yes, the self-discipline is very important. Responsible is very important. You know that I'm not instructing you. I tell you, and I confess, and I'll tell you that I'm not instructing you, and I will not advising you. You are all well educated, but to improve the quality of teaching, to improve the management of a classroom, okay, to produce the students as a productive, okay, as a productive, these are all the points we have to have in your mind. That is why I'm telling that. I'm not instructing you because you are all well educated and well informed and talented and so on. And then neuroticism. Neuroticism is being emotional, calm and secure, happy, unworried. Say for example, sometimes I have so many psychological issues and problems and emotional problems inside the house or with friends and so on in the department. Everything will be there. Okay, a man who is without problem, he is not a man at all. A man without any emotional issues, he is not a man at all. But a man with emotions and feelings and problems and worries and everything, he is a man first of all. He is fit to live in the our society. Okay, that's why I'll tell you that. When you have some problems and emotional imbalances and worrying, don't show that inside the classroom. Don't say that some professors still are there. Today I'm not able to speak anything because I have some problems at my home. I have some problems in the department. I have some issues with the HOD, so that my mind is not properly working well. So that I will not teach this hour, and you just read on your own, and I will be standing here like a statue. Don't say like that. I'll tell you, today I tell you at this time, I was hospitalized because of COVID-19. Yesterday only I was discharged. Okay. Yesterday only I was discharged by 11 o'clock. I was discharged from a hospital. For 5 days I was hospitalized. And I told Professor Dr. Glady also. But I said that I have committed. I have committed. Okay. I give the session in the afternoon session. I told her. She also said that, sir, shall I do the alternative and so on? Alternative professor. I told, no, I can manage, I can speak, I can do well. So this is my psychological emotion. This is my psychological problem. I have a bodily issues. But now I am able to speak. Now I am able to give my presentation because I am committed. The responsibility. If you are not committed, you can do anything else. But once you committed, it is very, very important thing that you are the responsible for your commitment. Okay. So this is why I tell you that some of the professors say that I have some issues and I will not teach. If you say like that, automatically the students will speak inside the classroom. They will speak inside the classroom. When they speak inside the classroom, automatically it will affect the other classroom also, the next class, who is taking well and good. It will affect the other professors and other classroom also. So what I tell you is, please don't show your emotions to the students. Many are doing. That is not that the right way. Okay. Whatever you have, adjust within yourself. Adjust within yourself. Then you do your business inside the classroom. Okay. Yes, my dear friends, this is the neurotism in the sense it's emotional well-being. Emotional well-being, that is the, you should not worry about the things and so on. Just if you are not able to do anything else, okay, sir, my emotion, I'm not able to speak, sir. Just you give the topic and you ask the students to discuss. You need not to speak. You ask the students to discuss, and then you can say that very good, yes, something like that. It is a kind of a management, no? Something should be there constructively. Something should be there constructively. This is the classroom management. And then openness to experience, the new experience and intelligences of pursuits. Actually, the new experience today, if you know, say for example, the new experience, the teachers must experience new things, new concept they must understand. Say for example, again I'll tell you that, don't think that I am blowing my own trumpet. It's January, February 28th, I think. Sorry. January, February, March, February, yeah. February only we have that, that book is Quality Mandate, Higher Education Institutions in India. It was published. Within 2 months, I took the book and then I read all the 277 pages, and then I was ready to give a talk on that. Chapter by chapter, I was explaining as a webinar. Okay, what I tell is the professor must be exposure. The professor must learn new things, new experiences. Okay, new experiences. What is the new outcome today? Okay, and these things are there. And then curious and intellectual, creative. When do you have a creative? Creative in the sense, the disorder definitely will give you the creativeness. I do not know how you have experienced this, but I tell you from my own experience, that is creative that comes from the disorder. The disorder only will make with the creativity. Okay, don't go by Say for example, there is I could watch that video also that was shared through the WhatsApp. The peer-reviewed journals, the peer-reviewed journals, the paper it was accepted only because of the peer-reviewed. Do you know the hidden point in the peer-reviewed? If I am one of the peer reviewer and the another person is also a peer reviewer, number two. So both of us must have the same idea, and then we have to find the same idea in the paper, in the peer reviewed paper, and only then we can approve it. The thing is, you have the same idea, I have the same idea. The paper published, I mean the writer, no, the author, he has also got the same idea. Where is the development? Where is the development? When everybody has the same idea, where is the development? Some disorder should be there. Some disorder in the sense, something new that should be there. Only then we can have the creativity inside the classroom. If a student is not doing well or something, that's why I told you that irrelevant question. Certain irrelevant questions will give you the creativity. We have to find out the point in the irrelevant questions. Okay, so that's the point, my dear friends. Yeah, and then Dr. John Keller's ARCS model of motivation. Actually, we have to motivate the students. At the same time, this same motivation, we can have that also. Okay, attention, that is active participation, games, role plays, other types of hands-on practice, e-learning courses. These are all the, what should I say, active participation. We can have these as a tools. Okay, these as tools to have active participation. Attention can be maintained inside the classroom. Okay, if you lecture like me, okay, you are all experienced and you are all talented and you are all matured, only I am speaking. But if the students are still they are growing, no, so in that case we have to conduct a certain role plays, okay, role plays and other types of games, games of uh, knowledge, e-learning sources, e-learning courses, like that we can have it. So attention will be there inside the classroom. And then use of humor. Humor should be used with caution. I tell you that. Caution in the sense, some professors, they use the illogical humors, okay? And then the unparliamentary words they can use, these things. But use of humor is also very important because they are all students, no? They are all human beings. For 5 hours or 6 hours, they are sitting in the same classroom. Okay, the same classroom. They are actually they are not able to adapt what we are teaching them. Okay, for all the 5 hours, if the students are taking inside their minds and all, it will be some kind of stress will be there. So in that way, what we have to do is just use at least a small humor. At the same time, if you are not able to use the small humor, and you yourself have your own way of articulation in a different articulation, then you can what should I say, make the humor inside the classroom. Okay, and then conflict in the sense, you write that conflict about a particular concept. Okay, say for example, Industrial Revolution 4.0, or else the Educational Development 4.0, or else is technology good or bad? It's a kind of a controversial conflict can be given, and then we have to ask the discussion. Discussion is very, very important. Discussion, when in engineering colleges, I'll tell you, my dear friends, discussion is also very important. It is not only in arts and science colleges, but even in the engineering colleges, discussion must be there. When you discuss only, the students will learn and they will come out their own ideas to present in front of a professor. Okay, so it's a kind of a classroom management. Classroom management, some professors, some people think that maintaining the classroom very calm. They think like that. Maintaining the class very calm. The professor's voice should not go out of the class. The student's voice should not go out of the class. Within the four walls, they should be very, very, very calm. This is not the classroom management, I'll tell you. This is not the classroom management. Classroom management in the sense productivity. Productivity should be there. Inside the classroom, if 50 students are there, at least 5 to 10 students must be productive. Okay, like that your presentation, like that your the teaching process, okay, teaching ability, everything should be there. And then variety, different media you can do. One day you can use a PowerPoint presentation. At the another day you can use that YouTube videos. Okay, the another day you can ask the students to enact, or else you can ask the students to demonstrate how we are going to solve this issue, this what should I say, this technological issue and so on. We just ask the students to discuss, and you ask the students to discuss and carry out with the written form. And what are the solutions? That solution again can be interpreted. Only then you can produce students productively. Okay. And then real world examples. The real world examples in the sense right now what you are going to do. Say for example, Paralympic students, Paralympic sportsmen. Okay, but they are not able to. They sometimes their legs are amputated. Their legs are amputated, but they want to participate in the Olympic sports, okay, games and so on. Then again they have some technological leg, okay, some technological and computed leg, they have it, and then they can run. So that is the real world example. Today it takes place. It is because of AI, artificial intelligence. Okay, artificial intelligence, as I told you earlier, cyborg, and then cyberpunk, okay, cyberpunk, and everything it is there. So that's why I told you earlier, it is a collaboration of human being with robots. Cobot, we have that today. How it can be utilized, how it can be used in the real world life. Say for example, for COVID, no? For COVID, there is a machine. That machine goes to the hospital and then it will serve medicines and so on. So this is also a kind of a new invention, how it is used in the real world examples. Like that it goes. So this is what I tell you. That is the classroom management is not that simply maintaining the silence. It is a productivity. Okay, it is a diametrically opposite to this maintaining silence to the productivity, and the noise should be there inside the classroom. Sir, what you are telling that noise should be there inside the classroom? Yes, the noise of knowledge. Okay, the noise of idea, the noise of innovation, the noise of what should I say, new ideas, new concepts. Every student must come out of speaking their own ideas to the class, to the professor inside the classroom. That's the noise, the real noise. If the professor is standing and if the students are speaking among themselves about their day-to-day life and so on, that is not that real noise. The noise can be there inside the classroom because students are thinking inside the classroom, students are speaking, students are discussing. Okay, yes, that is the second one is relevance. Relevance in the sense, use language, analogies, stories to which the learner can relate. The learner, say for example, you just say for example, in today's scenario, earlier science fiction was there. Science fiction was there. In the science fiction, uh, they thought that they would go to a moon, they would go to another planet and so on. But now it happens. Now it happens as a real one. Okay. I also read that some of the books, man without the proper brain, they have artificial brain, artificial neurotransmitters, and so on. They have said in the fiction that same fiction can be narrated inside the classroom, and we ask the students to give the solutions or else how it can be made, how it can be created. All these things are there. So this is the real classroom management. It's a teaching, I'll tell you. Sir, you are telling all these things in terms of teaching, sir. Yes, teaching itself is a classroom management. In the teaching, if students are not productivity, it is not a classroom management. In the teaching, they should be productive. The students should be productive. And then link to previous experience. Link to the previous experience in this sense, it's a continuity. Continuity should be there. See, in today's science and technology, everything is a continuation. Say, for example, if you say that the software creation, can you say that the software creation? No, software development. Software development is already it is there. Some basics are there. On the basics, we create something new. We add something and then create new. We add something, we create new. We add something, we create new. So that is the development. So the content development, we can say content development. Content is not creation, content development. Okay, like that, it is the continuity of science and technology. Everything is the continuity, continuation. On the basis of the continuation only, we have the new development and new ideas and so on. And then perceived present worth, resolve their current issues. The current issues, what are the current issues? Say, for example, now we have the pandemic. Now, how do you use your own technology to destroy the pandemic? Just think and ask the students, come with some ideas, some concepts, some one-page project. It is a one-page project, I tell you that. It is not the project in the sense it will be 100 pages or 200 pages, and then it will be bound like a very smart and neat way. It is okay. It is for the sake of mark and all. It is a formality. But inside the classroom, one-page project, you just say that the name is very important. The name is very important. Sometimes some people say that it is a one-page assignment. But I'll tell you, one-page project, because you are going to deal with the solutions. You are going to deal with the problems. You are going to deal with the discussion in 1 page or 2 pages. Ask the students. Then they are very much interested in doing that thing. The classroom will be very effective. Classroom is very, very effective. Okay. Yes. Sometimes I will do that. Sometimes I will use only 2 or 3 letters inside the classroom. I will ask the students to explain and give their own ideas. They are coming with a lot of new ideas. They are coming with a lot of new understanding, beautiful understanding, something like that, great and everything. So that's why I tell you that students, every student is gifted with a talent. Don't underestimate the student, any student. At any cost, we should not underestimate the student. Okay. Yes, my dear friends. Yeah, perceived future usefulness. Help them. Perceived future usefulness in the sense we have to help them, and how we can go in for further, and what are the other avenues. I mean avenues. Avenues in the sense, say for example, if you say if you are dealing with the BSc or BE computer science, okay, BE computer science or BE artificial intelligence, and what are the other relevant subjects like cyber detective crimes, okay, and cyber technology, and these things they can go for the cyber forensics. We can have another study called the cyber forensics. In the future usefulness, it goes. It is a continuity is there. and modeling, and you find that it is a personal success story. The personal success story, in the sense, the professors must say their own personal success story. I underline the word success story. You should not say that I did this and I completed my UG, PG, MPhil, PhD, and MTech, BTech, and then doctorate and PDF here and there in foreign countries, like that. Don't say all these things. That is the process of your education. For the job, that is the process. What is your success story? When you have a problem, how did you manage that problem? When you had the great obstacle, how did you dash it off? How did you dash it off? That is the success story. Okay, that can be explained to the students to inspire. Okay, inspiration is very important. I tell you, everyone should be insulted. Everyone must be insulted. Turn an insult into an inspiration. Turn an insult into an inspiration. That is the concept. And then choice, preferences on specific learning methods or media. Yeah, I told you, I also explained to you earlier. The specific learning methods. Yeah, preferences of the specific learning methods. You can have your own method. Sometimes I read some books from the introduction also. I could not understand even a single word sometimes. If I read no philosophy of Gadamer, philosophy of Derrida, and some of the philosophers, Heidegger's, and so on. But I'm not able to understand. What do I do now? I turn the last page, and then from the last page to the first page, I used to read. I have some ideas. So this is the preferences of a specific learning methods must be used. Okay, I use that technology for learning. Okay, and then that learning should be whatever you learn. The next day should be discharged to the students. Okay, the next day should be uh, charged and discharged to the students. Whatever you learn. Only then the people will think that the students know professor comes, he will come and do something new to this class right now. And then facilitate actually the confidence, no, the number third is confidence, and they facilitate self-growth. Facilitate self-growth, immediately show them their progress. Self-growth, no, that is up to you. I cannot I cannot say this and that and all that. It is up to you. And how you are going to learn? Okay, self-learning and so on. Then communicate objectives and prerequisites. It's a very important point inside the classroom. And to manage the classroom, it's a very important point. Achieve the goals and objectives. You ask the students, say for example, in the syllabus you had earlier objectives. Now you have outcomes. Okay, we have that Bloom's taxonomy. The action verbs are used according to the 6 knowledge. Okay, the higher order thinking skills and the lower order thinking skills. The problem occurs, we teach the students with lower order thinking skills, but we expect the students to come up with higher order thinking skills. That is the problem. Okay, that is the real problem occurs inside the classroom. The problem between the students learning and the teachers teaching. Okay, students learning and teachers teaching. There is a problem. There is an issue. That issue is nothing but we teach only in the lower order thinking skills, like defining and explaining and this knowing, okay, mentioning, and all these things we do that. But we expect the students analyze, evaluate, create. We ask the students, how do they create? How do they evaluate? How do they analyze? How do they explain? How do they demonstrate? But we do only in terms of mentioning, okay, knowing, enumerating, okay. But we think like that. But what I tell you is, my dear friends, what we do is we prepare in all the 6 knowledge parameters according to the Bloom's taxonomy. And then we have to expect the students from evaluation, creation, and everything, they will do well. And prerequisites, what are the prerequisites for this? Say, for example, if you want to teach quantum mechanics or quantum physics, quantum physics, what are the prerequisites? You just know what is quantum, what is quanta, what is mechanics, what is the fundamental particle, okay? What are the fundamental particles and what are the behavior of the fundamental particles? All these things are the prerequisites. Whenever you do the prerequisites of your syllabus, your unit, the students will definitely see you something different. Yes, this professor is doing something different. I like this professor. I want to achieve like him. They have that kind of things, the goals. Everything is in our hands, my dear friends. Okay, and then provide feedback. You give the feedback to the students. At the same time, you ask the students to give the feedback. The feedback should be rectified, not for the sake of getting feedback. You should not ask, but the feedback should be rectified. Okay, yes. Then give learners control. Give learners control in the sense allowing learners to choose the learning. The learning in the sense whatever they learn, they use the tools to learn, they can use it. Then satisfaction. Satisfaction, you say that praise or rewards. Learners should be proud and satisfied what they have achieved. Okay, what they have achieved, they must praise and rewards. They must have by their professors. And immediate application, knowledge, skills in real world by engaging them in a real problem solving activities. Immediately it has to be applied and it has to be achieved. Okay, yes. Then the most common 5 teaching styles, the authority and lecture styles, we have that. It is a normal one. What we do is the same. Okay, the disciplines, the higher education and auditorium settings with a large group of students, it is a kind of lecture style. This style can be used. The another style, demonstrator, coach style. Demonstrator in the sense using the multimedia presentations, okay, and accommodate students' individual needs and inclusive students' needs and appropriate subject matter. Not that irrelevant, but appropriate subject matter can be executed. And then we have the facilitator or activity style. As actually I told you earlier, the professor should be a facilitator. Okay, facilitator, and then delegator, the group style. Okay, that is the delegator style is the best suited for curricula that require lab activities. Okay, the lab activities, the students can help and you can also help the students. And the hybrid, that's why I told earlier, the blended learning. Blended style is called hybridity. You know that in the agriculture, in the sometimes even in the biological sciences, we have the hybridity, that is a blended style and so on. So I have taken all these points from these references and so on. So with this, I conclude my session. So thank you very much, my dear friends, for having listened to me patiently. And thank you very much. And I have to thank the college management, that is this institution, okay, Velamal Institute of Technology, and head of the Department of Science is Computer Science, Dr. Gladys, yes, and Professor, some professors, okay, and my dear participants and others. So I have to thank for this wonderful opportunity. So thank you very much. If you have any queries, if you want to say anything else or add any points, now it is your time to add.
Sir, can you please share some links for further for classroom management style if you have?
Yes.
Can you share some links?
Yeah, I have the links now. I will give the slide to the organizer. You can get it.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you.
Excellent session, sir. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you.
Sir, Dr. Walter from SRM IST Ramapuram.
Yeah, Walter sir. How are you?
Thank you so much, sir. Yes, I am fine,
Yeah.
sir.
I saw your photo. How are you?
I am fine, sir. I am fine.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you so much for your insights, wonderful insights on classroom management, especially. I learned a lot once again from you.
Oh,
Thank
thank
you
you.
so much, sir. Thank you so
Yeah,
much.
you also invited me to talk about post-humanism, last COVID.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes, yes.
good. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you. Anything else anybody wants to say? Hello. Hello.
Thank you, sir.
Uh,
On behalf of Velaman Institute of Technology and Department of Computer Science and Engineering, I wholeheartedly thank you for delivering a wonderful session and giving us the positivity. Thank you, sir.
thank you.
There are some messages in the chat box asking for the book title.
The book title is The Quality Mandate in Higher Educations in India. The Quality Mandate in the Higher Educations in India. This is the title of that book. That is just if you Google out, it is also available in the PDF format. It is at the same time on the UGC website also you find the same book.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.